From stories across the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. A very good evening to you. I'm Nithya De Oliveira.
Good evening, I'm Clifford Richards. First of all, we take a look at the headlines. The President says that the first consignment of COVID vaccine is to reach the island by next Wednesday. Preparations on vaccination against COVID-19 disease is being carried out successfully. Popular US TV person Larry King dies from COVID-19. A ship carrying cement meets with an accident at sea closer to Trincomalee. The Suryavava fast ends due to the intervention of Minister Chamal Rajapaksa. Moving on to the stories in detail. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that the first installment or consignment of the anti-COVID vaccine is expected to reach the island by next Wednesday. He further says that vaccination of the members of the Health and Security Divisions will commence on the following day itself. The President made these remarks participating in the 7th program of the Gama Samaga Pilisandara program series that's in Yattapatha village in Valallavita, Kalutara today. The Gama Samaga Pilisandara program series got underway from the Badula district on the 25th of September last year. So far, programs have been conducted covering districts of Matale, Ratnapura, Anuradhapura, Ampara and Polonnaruwa. The aim of the President is to meet the people in remote villages whose problems have not been subjected to proper attention and to deliver instant solutions. A special feature of this program is to go before the people in villages and to find solutions to their problems through their own proposals themselves. Today's Gama Samaga Pilisandara program was centered upon the Yattapatha village in the Valallavita Divisional Secretariat Division located 64 kilometers away from the Kalutara town. 1,530 families live in this village bordering Nellore in the southern province. Their main source of livelihood is cultivation of tea, paddy, rubber and cinnamon. The President, prior to seeking queries of the participants, has clarified the government's position with facts on several topics that has been subjected to intense dialogues in society. Accordingly, he said that a speedy program has been prepared after discussions with authorities in China, India and Russia to bring the COVID vaccine to the island. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that Lalit Veeratunga was appointed to organize the process of expeditiously importing and providing the vaccine. He added that he has personally sent letters to the Prime Minister of India, President of China and Prime Minister of Russia in this regard. Accordingly, discussions were conducted without delay with these countries for bringing of the vaccine to Sri Lanka. The first stock of vaccines imported from India will be provided free of charge on the 27th of this month. The President further said that first of all, the health staff will be vaccinated. Thereafter, the security forces personnel. Thereafter, the remaining portions of the vaccine will be delivered expeditiously to the citizens who are in the vulnerable age limits. He further said that the Health Ministry and Mr. Lalit Veeratunga will jointly undertake measures to purchase the vaccines from China, India and Russia without delay.
චීනෙන් රුසියාවෙන් ඒ වගේම මිලදී ගන්න ඉන්දියාවෙනොත් ලලිත් විරතුංග මහත්මයා ඉක්මනින්ම ඒකට කටයුතු කරගෙන යනවා සෞඛ්‍ය අමාත්‍යාංශයත් එක්ක.
The President also focused attention on the dialogue being conducted regarding the eastern terminal of the Colombo harbour. He said that many steps have been taken to eradicate fraud and inefficiency in the entire state service. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that a committee has been appointed to study the MCC agreement. It has looked into the pros and cons of the pact. The President further said that the committee has determined that the agreement was anti-constitutional and harmful to the country. Accordingly, the US was informed of this decision of the country. He added that America has clearly understood the situation and withdrew the agreement. Therefore, there are no longer problems relating to this issue. The President further said that an agreement of similar nature is the agreement relating to the eastern terminal of the Colombo harbour. It was an agreement of understanding entered into by the previous regime. The President added that he has no ability to rescind its contents immediately upon assuming power. He also said that the Eastern Terminal is to be engaged in re-exporting process. Half of this terminal was built by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Today, it earns a massive income for the country. He also said that Sri Lanka should no longer be entangled in this debt burden.
අනිත් සෑම කෙනෙක් සමගම හැම රටක් සමගම විශේෂම ඉන්දියාව අසල්වැසියෙක් ඒත් එක්ක හොඳින් අපි ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් මේ හැබැයි මේ නැගෙනහිර පර්යන්තය පිළිබඳව ගියාම මම මූලිකවම හම්දුනේ බලන්න ඕන මොකද්ද මේක? මොකක්ද මේ පර්යන්තෙන් කරන්නේ? පර්යන්තයක් හදලා නිකන් තියාගෙන ඉරඩක් නැහෙනේ. මේක වෙළඳ ව්‍යාපාරයක්කට නෙමෙයි හදන්නේ අපි. මෙතන සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ මේ ට්‍රාන්ස්ෂිප්මන්ට්. මේකට කියන්නේ ප්‍රතිඅපනයන. ඒ කියන්නේ ලොකු නැව් වලින් ජපානය, චීනය ඔය පැති වල ඉඳලා එක එක පැති වලට අනිත් පැත්තෙන් ඉන්දියාව, එංගලන්තය, ඇමරිකාව පැත්තෙන් ගෙනල්ලා අපේ රටේ මේ පර්යන්තය හරහා මේ පර්යන්තයට තමයි ගැඹුරු මුහුදේ හදලා තියෙන්නේ. මෙතෙන්ට ගෙනල්ලා මේක මතක තියාගන්න මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ජනාධිපතිතුමා තමයි මේක කරේ. මේ බ්‍රේක් වෝටර් එක හදලා මේ පර්යන්ත හදලා මේව කරේ. මේ නැගෙනහිර පර්යන්තෙත් භාගයක් හැදුවේ මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ජනාධිපතිතුමා. ඒ දවස්වලත් ඔය විරුද්ධවාදීන් කිව්වා මේක වැඩක් නෑ. මේක පාඩු වෙන එක මේ පිට රටවල් වලට දෙන්න හදනවා අරවා මේවා කිව්වා. නමුත් අද ඒක විශාල ආදායමක් ගේන ස්ථානයක් වෙලා තියෙනවා. දැන් මෙතෙන්ට මේවයින් ගෙනල්ලා පොඩි බෝට්ටු වලට නැව් වලට මේවා පටවලා අපි ඉන්දියාවට, බංග්ලාදේශයට, අනිත් රටවල් වලට යවනවා. ඒක තමයි මේකේ ව්‍යාපාරය. ඔක තමයි ව්‍යාපාරය. මේක නැත්තම් අපිට බොහෝම සුළු ප්‍රමාණයක් තමයි අපේ රටෙන් අපනයන ආනයන සඳහා මේවා පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ.
Thereafter, the President has looked into many problems faced by the people in that particular area. The President has handed over to the principal of the Attapatha Junior School the smart classroom donated by Sri Lanka Telecom and Mobitel Institute. He has also presented a television set provided by the Dialogue Institute. Steps have also been taken to provide a building to the Attapatha Vidyalaya. Attention has also been focused on this occasion to provide infrastructure facilities including development of 52 schools, playgrounds in the Matugama circuit of education, resolution of the problems of teacher shortage in the area, reconstruction of several roads which have been overlooked for a long period, and resolving of the problems of the drinking water issue. Among those who have attended the meeting were Minister Rohita Begunwardana, State Minister Viduru Wickramanayake, Governor of the Western Province, Marshal of the Air Force Roshan Gunathilaka, Parliamentarian Sanjeeva Edirimana, Anupa Pascal, President's Chief Advisor Lalit Weerathunga, other people's representatives and government officials as well.
Now, preparations on the manner of inoculating the AstraZeneca vaccine scheduled to be brought to the country to control the COVID-19 disease expansion was conducted under the initiatives of the Ministry of Health today. The preparatory activities were conducted centering on the Colombo North Teaching Hospital, Office of the Medical Officer of Health, Piliyandala and the Piliyandala District Hospital. Preparations on vaccinations were conducted at the North Colombo Teaching Hospital today under the supervision of Deputy Director General of Health Specialist Physician Dr. Hemantha Herath, Director of the Health Promotions Bureau, Specialist Physician Dr. Palitha Karnapema, Specialist of the Infectious Diseases Division, Specialist Physician Dr. Deepa Gamage and Director of the hospital Sampath Lianage. The rehearsal also focused attention on pre- and post-vaccination procedures. Preparations also took place at the premises of the Medical Officers of Health Office in Piliyandala. 50 staff members of the office took part in the event. The number of recoveries from COVID-19 have increased to 49,261. It is a percentage of 86.01. Another 13.42% is under treatment, which includes 7,677. 13,968 have left hospitals from the beginning of this month up to now after recovering from the virus. 644 left today after recovering from the illness. Another 353 COVID-19 patients were reported from the island today. 19,285 PCR tests were conducted yesterday. A total of 1,583,048 PCR tests were conducted in the country so far. Meanwhile, Minister Pavitra Vanniyarachi was also reported to have contracted COVID-19. Upon identification of State Minister P.L. Nishanta as a COVID-19 inflicted patient, Minister Professor G.L. Peiris' family members and staff identified as close associates of the State Minister were subjected to PCR testing. The results have confirmed that they have not contracted the virus. The Devanampiyatisapura 295A Gramanilidari division in the Anuradhapura district has been declared as an isolated area with effect from this afternoon. Moving back into local stories, a ship carrying raw cement material from Abu Dhabi to the Trincomalee harbour was reported to have met with an accident. The vessel was said to have clashed with a coral reef located in the vicinity of the Kudaravana and Maharavana lighthouses. The craft named Eurosun was registered under the flag of Liberia. The Sri Lankan Navy sources say that a muddy ground prevails among the Kudaravana and Maharavana coral reefs. A team of Sri Lankan Navy divers have been dispatched in a Dora craft to the location. Measures have also been taken to send another batch of relief personnel to the affected vessel. However, the crew of the Eurosun ship were reported to have told the Navy that the bottom of the ship was not damaged in a manner either to create an oil leak or water seepage.
The government has decided to conduct the final rites of late veteran media person Kalakirti Dr. Edwin Aridasa under state patronage. The funeral ceremony will be jointly organized by the Ministries of Buddhasasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs and the mass media on the instructions of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa issuing a message of condolence on the passing away of Dr. Edwin Aridasa says that he was an able and senior media person with an extensive experience and exemplary knowledge on the field of media, communications and mass media. He has produced a large number of students during his professional life. The Premier also says that Dr. Aridasa was a bilingual scholar who had rendered an immense contribution to the fields of science and environment. He has compiled several works on world history as well. The remains of late Dr. Aridasa are to be placed at a private funeral home in Boralla. The final rites is scheduled to be conducted at the General Cemetery, Boralla, on the 25th of this month.
Another promotional program to enlighten the general public on the advantages, convenience and security in engaging in digital payments through the Lanka QR methodology without using cash is underway. State Minister Ajith Niwad Cabral presided over the second stage of the promotional program series held today. The Lanka QR, a QR code based on speedy and protected digital payment systems used by financial institutions in Sri Lanka. A customer connected to Lanka QR is able to engage in direct payment transactions through bank accounts using any mobile phone. The relevant payments are credited instantly to the account of the recipient. The creditor has to only open his or her payment app, scan the QR code of the business establishment. The customer then receives an SMS at the same moment. Now, in the meantime, many electorate meetings in connection with the 4th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna was held today. Parallel to these events, several youth and women's electorate meetings were also held. The theme of the meetings has been Siudesa Suraki, Siu Wasara. All the meetings were conducted according to health guidelines. The Tissa Maharama electorate meeting of the SLPP was held at the Singapore Conference Hall in Hambantota. It was presided over by Minister Chamal Rajapaksa. Mayor Priyantha Sahabandhu has presided over the SLPP Gaul electorate meeting today. Minister Ramesh Patirana and State Minister Janaka Vakambura were also present. The Batiklo electorate meeting of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna was held at the Kiran Rage Memorial Hall. The meeting was presided over by Batiklo District Deputy Leader of the party, Sri Paramasivam Chandrakumar. State Minister Sathasivam Vialendran and Parliamentarian Dr. Tilak Rajapaksha also attended the event. The Katana Women's Electorate meeting of the Peramuna was also held today with the participation of several former female provincial councillors.
Minister Chamal Rajapaksa says that solutions will be provided within the month to the demand, including speedy gazetting of the management of the Hambantota Wild Elephant Protectorate. The minister has given this assurance upon meeting farmers engaged in a fast in Suryawava. Well, this satyagraha with the participation of 7 farmers had been organized on the 18th of this month. Accordingly, 3 farmers have been engaged in a protest campaign since 20th of this month. The Hambantota District Secretary and a group of officials of the Sri Lanka Mahavali Authority have visited the venue of the protest and promised the farmers to grant remedies to their grievances. However, the farmers have rejected their persuasions. 2 of the fasting farmers were admitted to the Suryawava Regional Hospital yesterday. However, 2 more farmers have joined the fast yesterday. Minister Chamal Rajapaksa has arrived at the Suryawava police station and discussed with the officials on the issue with the relevant authorities. Thereafter, the minister visited the place of agitation and talked with the protesting farmers. The farmers were reported to have responded positively to the request of the minister.
And that brings us to the end of tonight's news bulletin. Join us again tomorrow for more of the very latest. Good night.
Good night.